Right. You ready?
I stay ready. What's up, guys? Big Rose official, Big Brr, as you already know. You don't need to get to know, but if you want to, you can.
It's my turn now. Can I go?
I mean, sure.
MDS, your favorite host, the creative, as you already know, back with another episode of Creative Conversations. Keeping the consistency. We hope you've all enjoyed the episodes that we've been putting out. Today we've got a really interesting subject for you. Do you want to walk them into it all?
Sure. So today we'll be discussing what is success, what is freedom, and what's the other one?
And how we define success. So is basically, say for example, financial gain, physical gain, or the, I guess, mental and social gain, the thing that matters the most when you're succeeding. So like you said, what is success? With that, the first thing I want to start with is, before we even dive into the main thing, how would you define success? Like, what would success be to you? Because to a lot of people, success can be a lot of different things. It could entail a lot of different things, but at the same time, it can still, let's say, correlate to the same achievement as someone else, even if you're not exactly receiving the same benefits as a person. For example, like we just said, could it be monetary or physical? If I feel good about something I'm doing, even though it may not be paying me as much as someone else, the fact that I enjoy it is a success for me. But for someone else, for them, would be like, if I'm not earning the most, it's not a success for me, even though they might be enjoying it. It's like, oh, I might like it, but what's it really doing for me?
Yeah, I think definitely the views on success itself is definitely subjective based on what that person defines to be success in terms of what is satisfying to them. So obviously, adding to your point, like for one person's success might be just meeting a personal goal, whereas it could be a financial number in your mind that is a level of success. Whereas other people, without putting their finances into play, success to them is just simply having a peace of mind. So I think it just depends on what you value success to be within your individual circumstance and your perception of life.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's you feeling satisfied in where you are at this stage in life, basically. That is where you have achieved a level of success. If I have just met a personal goal, like I have succeeded in that, so therefore that is successful to me.
100.
Right? Whereas in someone else's view, like this is a perfect example. Right now, right, I'm working, right? I might not be having the job that I want right now specifically, but I know that I successfully have the peace of mind that I need right now to operate from a good place, to make the right decisions. Whereas in someone else's mind, you're not earning enough, you're not successful, you're not busy enough. So it's just down to your own personal kind of perception and what you think that is, and obviously proceeding with that.
See, so coming off of what you've just said, the whole thing about perception, what you achieve, and the fact that you said, even though you're not doing exactly what you want to do, you're in a position now where you're able to comfortably work towards what you want to do, which is, for me, I feel like that's an important thing about success. Like, yeah, the gain that you're going to get from where you're going to be is fine and all, but the journey there, like, how are you feeling whilst you were grinding, for example? Like, a lot of people, like right now, we're doing a lot of content. It's a lot of work, but the fact that it's enjoyable and you enjoy the things that you're putting out, it doesn't feel to be as draining. Yes, the gain might not be, you might not have 1 million subscribers soon come, but the fact that we're still able
Everything
to
is a
maintain the
journey.
quality, there you go, we're still able to embrace how we're going to get it, and we're not forcing any of the subjects. Because I feel like with the whole conversation about success, especially in this current climate, this current generation, we kind of get stuck in the whole mindset of, oh, I have to achieve now. I was in that mindset. I mean, I came out of uni, I went to uni, and in my mind I was thinking, right, once I get this degree, I'm going to get my career, I'm going to be earning peace. That's all that matters. And yeah, I got to that point, but then it was like, oh, but how do I feel in this moment? Or how do I feel getting to this moment? I'm earning more than peers in my age group. Fair enough. Yes, that's fun and all. I might be able to enjoy life, yes, but it gets to a point where all you're looking forward to is that enjoyment of life rather than enjoying the life that you're living in the moment. Hence why I said, I believe that the only way to really be able to experience success fully and wholly is whilst you're gaining something, how you get there, the feeling that you get there has to be beneficial not only to you, but the people around you and the environment that you're going into. Because if you end up getting to where you want to be, but it drains you to get there, once you get there,
you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, what are you going to be
You're
able to
not going
give?
to enjoy the fruits of the labor. So right now, I'm very strong right now on what is supportive towards my mental health. And if a corporate job is not supportive towards my mental health, I'm not going to chase that. I'm going to align with the opportunities that are going to pursue me and grow me as a person, as an individual, as an individual like that wants specific things in life, and obviously to enjoy those specific things in life, and how you obviously work towards those things. So as you said, like, you don't want to be so drained by the time you actually achieve that goal that you don't get to actually enjoy it. So I think how you stabilize yourself on the journey is definitely important. And like, you can have success in every stage, even if it's not the final stage,
100.
So that's where I'm at with it right now, to be fair.
That's pretty much in my head. I feel like that's what success is: constant state of learning. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like once you succeed, everything stops? Like, you've achieved everything?
No, I feel like for me, I'm someone like, once I've met a goal, I'm already onto the next goal of trying to get that ball rolling. And how do I achieve that? What does that look like? Do you know what I mean? So that being said, it's about kind of you being like, for example, some people could be like satisfied in the level of success that they're in. Sometimes you need to sit in that moment of success and be happy with what you've achieved in that moment before then going on to the next goal, because then you're never going to be satisfied, really.
100.
Do you know? So I'm actually in that process of learning how to be satisfied in my small achievements. Do you know what I mean? And obviously making those things fuel me to get to my next goal.
100. That's the
So
idea.
I feel like what happens is often you meet these personal goals that you have, and then opposition comes in every corner. Like every time you,
No, you're right. Like,
do you know what I mean? Like every
finish
time
what
you
you're saying
elevate
first.
yourself,
There's always something.
there's always something,
Always something.
something that's sent to destroy your peace, or to just add something negative. Like you could be vibrating high and stuff like that, or you could just be cool, and then something just wants to come in off balance you. And I think that is just, I even said this in the last episode, I think, or the one before that, like, to be so stern in how you protect your energy.
That was last episode, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like, because that is, especially while you're achieving success, you need energy to achieve your success.
Okay.
And you need that momentum. So I feel like if you keep getting knocked in certain places where you're making achievements, then you have to then rebuild yourself.
So before you even continue with that one, so with that, when it comes to things like that, a lot of people say that when you're succeeding, the best thing for you to do is to succeed in silence. But people then say that, oh, is it really success if other people can't see that success? And then just like what you said, where it's like, oh, there's always something that comes in to try and ruin things. Do you feel like a lot of what we define success as is down to how people perceive us within our journey? Or is it a case of, do most people feel like it's just them,
people
it's just their
always
perception of it?
expect more from
Others
than what they put out.
100.
And
wait, before you continue, like, do you have like a blueprint that you base your life off of? Like, do you have like a role model, for example?
No.
Or do you have like yeah, no, not like a role model as in this is exactly how you want your life to be, but do you have someone that you can look up to and say that, this is the way you've taken your life, I can see bits and pieces of it that I want to take and then add to mine? Do you feel like that can contribute to your success, or do you feel like that's taken from someone else?
I think definitely, like, everyone, like, for example, if you think about like millionaires, right, and stuff like that, some people obviously became millionaires because they studied millionaires,
100.
right? And obviously there's people that have mentors and stuff like that. I feel like you can definitely see someone and think, do you know what, right, that person has a walk of life that I wouldn't even mind, like, getting to know how did they make it to this certain level of success. Do you get it? But nothing happens. Every story that these people had, they either started from nothing, they grinded their way to the top, they had so much opposition, so much adversities, but all they had was belief in themselves and the vision that they had going, and they kept that pushing. And obviously, and studying successful people, right? And obviously, successful people also depends on what you view to be success. So again, I think you have to then, to expect more, to want more, you have to then be able to see more. Because obviously, if you don't know that it exists, then you're not going to want to achieve past what you already know, if that makes sense.
So then with that one, do you feel like achievement is always going to be based off the human need to want more, or is it a case of just people just always wanting to achieve better than they were before? Like, as a person, you can never be comfortable. Like, once you've, let's say for
And you
example,
definitely can be comfortable. I think it depends on what kind of person you are. I think if you're someone that, you know what, I've met this goal now, and you know what, that's great, and I've worked up until that point. Now it's time to have a new goal to work up to. Do you know what I mean? And a new project. Some people, they will have all these things going on, but they just need something to work on that fuels their passion, or that fuels them in a way that is not so constructive, like black and white, back to back. You need something that actually makes you feel stimulated as a person. So I think that's why you think, okay, cool, what is my next achievement that feels stimulating towards like what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis.
okay, feeling like, all right. So then, with that, that takes us back to what we were talking about before. Do your finances, or does the gain from what you've succeeded through ultimately define how well you succeeded in something? Like, is the gain from what you've, let's say for example, I want to be a doctor, and I become a doctor, I'm earning now 100K a week. Have I succeeded? Is that it? Or is it, I think, something that's defined by the person or by you?
It's defined by the person. I think if you allowed yourself to be defined by other people, you could easily be conformed to what they believe to be success, what they believe to be, an achievement kind of thing. So, for example, right, there are people that are not so supportive to other people, but they expect the support, right? But someone, when it comes to being in that person's environment and wanting or needing support, you're not going to even think about, okay, this person is like beneficial towards my environment, so therefore let's have a conversation about X, Y, and Z, because wherever I have a conversation about, you're already not supporting it.
Okay.
Right? So doesn't matter if I can't please you anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So therefore, I have to be able to please myself regardless. And as long as I'm happy with how I've pleased myself,
Everything else falls into place.
everything else falls into place. So if you become so caught up on this person's views of success and people pleasing them, you'll lose yourself.
100. I agree with that.
And I will never lose myself.
100%. I agree with that. I mean, the big old head of yours, it's quite hard. But so on that note, what I've gathered here is we agree on the same thing. We agree that success isn't defined by the outside or like extrinsic values. It's all intrinsic. It's all yourself. It's all how you feel in that moment. And if you decide to attach your success to other people's success, you're bound to let yourself down, because number one, you don't know how that person has got through their journey. Number
Right.
two, you don't know what it's taken for them to get to where they were. And number three, you don't know if they're even happy or if they feel like they're succeeding in that moment. Because in your mind, your perception of what a person is living through is, oh, damn, they've made it. But in their mind, they're probably thinking, damn, I wish I took another journey. Because like I said before, when I graduated from uni and I got my first professional job, that's what everyone was thinking. But in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, I wish I'd done things different. I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to want to start again. But not only, I feel like you have to be willing. You have to be willing, and you have to be understanding that, you know what, the perception I had before isn't exactly what it was meant to be. And your perception is always going to change. And you have to be accepting to that, because nothing ever stays the same in this life, to be honest. Today you might be happy with oranges. Tomorrow you might decide, you know what, I want me a pear. Anything to add?
My intrusive thoughts are saying, why a pear? But each to their own. Yeah, I just think stand on business about what you believe in for yourself, and like what is successful to you, what benefits you, what prospers you. I think definitely create an environment where people can feel safe to feel supported by you in any way, because then like some people, like, I think where you're at mentally really defines like how you proceed in life, kind of thing. And so how you make certain decisions for yourself and stuff like that. Like often, like you have to take certain leaps of faith, like as a person that's trying to like just grow in general. Like even if you're deciding to, maybe if you want to take a course, if you decide to take a new job route, like if whatever the case is, like things take time and patience, but still do it. Like, do you know what I mean? And then even no matter what, like opposition comes your way, like people will try and knock you down, especially if you're already down. But regardless, just make sure that you know how to get back up, and stay up in your energy and your mind. Do you know what I mean? Because like life will do what it's going to do regardless, but it's just up to you just to stay like focused on what you came to get and what you came to achieve. So for me, that's peace, stability in my like my mind and my soul. Obviously finances, definitely that's important, but right now mental health is just like the most important, the most valuable thing that I have. So I'm gonna just maintain that and grow that and build that, and just keep that flowing in a way that is productive and not allow that to be affected by outside energy. So
I mean, okay. And before we even wrap up, because I know we're going, what is the difference between success and freedom, or are they the same?
I don't think it's the same, but I think definitely you can find success in freedom.
Before you even answer that, do you feel, because the way I see things is, the way things have become nowadays is people only want to succeed because they believe that's going to lead them to freedom. I don't feel like people are genuinely chasing the freedom because it's what they believe they want or deserve. I feel like it's been attached to whatever you gain rather than something that you just are. So I'd be like, like for me, for example, I would always say that I'm very free. I'm the kind of person, I'm able to do as I please. I enjoy life. I'm able to be open and honest with people and express myself in a way where I know that I'm not saying anything to a person that's of detriment to them. Like the way I live, I don't need to do for anyone else, but it's a case of, oh, I want to, or I don't feel like I have to. It's I want to, and I feel like that's what freedom is. It's being able to just go through life, living how you live, not expecting anyone to give to you, and not being in a position where someone else is expecting from you as well. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. And I feel like that's where people get misconstrued, because I feel like you have to be open to like your environment kind of thing. So the way I mean that is, like, for example, like you don't expect from anybody and you don't want to like.
Ooh, sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't expect, is actually it is I don't expect, but whatever's given is like thank you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Do you know what I'm saying? It's because it's out of your own willingness and your
Yeah,
own kindness. Do you know what I mean? But some people create environments that you don't even want to be so freely giving.
100. Oh, 100. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then they will complain to you about how they're freely giving, but I didn't ask.
True.
Do you understand?
Oh, on that note though, I also feel like that bit right there, I don't think anyone should ever be able to question someone for what they give.
No, but
it's a case of just thank you. Like I know
that's not
I know
what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is like you giving to me, right? Knowing I'm appreciative of whatever you've given to me in that moment, then we have an argument or something goes bad, and then you're quick to throw it in my face. But I didn't ask you.
That means I just gave to you to argue with you, or I gave to you to then hold it over your head.
Right. So people are like that in general, and then be like, oh, but you don't ever give nothing to me. Do you understand? But you've not created an environment where you felt like I could be freely given to you anyway.
Yeah. Or why is that something that matters? In my opinion, me and truly with something like that.
Okay, cool.
Why does that even
I'm
matter?
glad you said that. Why does that even matter? Do you understand?
I'm giving to you because I want to.
It's character.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that it's little things like that. Like people have.
I might be bugging, man. Do in the comments, everyone, ladies, might put in. I might be bugging, but in my opinion, like I'll continue and then I think.
No, go on. What's your opinion?
In my opinion, I feel like, I don't feel like just because you give something to someone, they have to give back to you. It's like, ask them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if that person didn't ask for something and you're giving them something, even if they don't say thank you, you still gave it to them. Next time you'd be like, you know what? Next time you're only getting a biscuit. In fact, you're getting half a biscuit. I gave you a whole biscuit. You know, I'm even mad. You get half. So I'm not going to give you, but I'm going to tone it down a little bit. But I don't feel like you should then expect that person to then come in tomorrow and give you a whole biscuit as well. It's like, if they do, even better, thank you, we're on the same page. But if they don't, it's like, right, this is what it is. I did what I did it with my heart is clean, and I keep it moving. You shouldn't then like hold that expectation over someone, because you set yourself up to be let down. I'm not gonna lie, you can't expect everyone to be you. You should be you, because that's what you want people to experience. You want people to be able to go around and
like,
say,
for example, if you like, cool, we've established that I'm dating, innit? Yeah, cool. So one person will be like, oh, like, cool, I've bought you this, yeah. Food is nothing, like, do you know what I mean? That's nothing. Like, why are we even talking about it? Do you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. But the fact that you're it's little things like that you're trying to throw back in my face to then to try and belittle me, to say like I don't have finances to feed myself. Do you understand? So
yeah, that's a bit of a
so my thing is, yeah, I've not asked you to take me out anywhere.
Yeah.
I've not asked you to do any of these things. You've come out of your way to come in my environment, and I said to you, look, boom, I'm trying to eat type shit. I could buy my own stuff realistically, but I'm in the presence of you, and you decided to financially handle the situation.
But that's what you do, no?
Okay, so that's what you do in a different scenario, yeah? Cool, I don't mind paying. I've just bought a car, yeah, type of thing. So right now, my finances are a bit all over the place, but I still got money, do you know what I mean? But right now, that's not even the situation. The situation is, yeah, if I'm in a situation that's sticky, like, you either supportive or you're not supportive. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of vice versa. Because I have a great support system to people financially as well, to my friends. I give. Do you know what I mean? So when now I need the support, I don't even ask. Do you understand? So something as little as that, I've not even asked you, but I've said this is the situation type of thing. So in that situation, we can either I sort myself out, you sort yourself out, or someone sorts us both out. Right?
True. No, you sort yourselves out. That's because you can't. You just have to. In that kind of situation, it's the people who have to sort themselves out. Because number one, clearly there's a miscommunication and a misunderstanding. It's like what we do. Like for me, like I always told the man, I told the guys, when you're stepping into the game, let her know what's going on, my guy. Do you know what I mean? If this is how it's going, tell her that's how it's going. If she don't like it, you keep it pushing, my bro. There's always someone else. There's more women in this world than there are. There are more women in the world than there are men. Do you know what I mean? So you can always think, you don't have to then, I guess, make someone feel worse or make someone feel small because you feel like, oh, you've done more than the person deserves in that moment.
Like, even if you did do that in that moment, yeah, and that you did more, then that's cool. Like, do you mean I can accept that? I could be like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm grateful for that. That's calm. Do you know what I mean? In those environments, I could have had myself anyway.
But there should be no expectation off the back of it. It's what you're meant to do. It's like you give a prayer to God. You don't say to God, God, please answer my prayer. And then God says, cool, I'll answer your prayer, but you better pray tomorrow. It doesn't say that. It's just an expectation of, the prayer should be made. The prayer is made and you expect there to be an answer. And you don't expect to have to return anything an answer, but you return because you want to, and you believe that it's going to further add to that. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I see things. I feel like, I know a lot of people like to make things complicated, but a lot of the things that we go through in life are really all one and the same. Like they all really mean the same thing. Like you do for someone, you've done for them because you want to. You shouldn't then expect them to do for you, because that means you've only done because you're expecting something in return, which is another thing which I always tell the man them. Don't be, or even the girl them, don't be going out there and doing things for people and expecting to gain something, because, which is another thing, this will go down to success in a relationship. I feel like
unsuccessful candidate. Anyway.
Hey. Anyway. Hands out. I'm not involved. Hands out. I feel like in this day and age, the way relationships have been stacked up, it's gain. However, what are we giving to the relationship? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's always like, even when you look at on the online relationships, it's like, what have I gained from a relationship? What have I gained from a relationship? No one ever talks about what they've given to the relationship, because really and truly, when that comes down to it, in a lot of unhealthy and a lot of unsuccessful relationships, you realize that, damn, really and truly, we were only taking for each other. We weren't really giving. Like, a lot of people feel like, because I'm giving you gifts and stuff, that's me giving to you. No, it's not. Really and truly, you're taking for yourself to then compensate for something. Giving to someone can never be an objective thing, because we can't take those objects with us. Do you know what I mean? Like, really and truly, I'm not going to live my life. Let's say, for example, like you have a car, right? You can't take your car to the grave, can you?
To the rave.
Yeah, you can't take your car to the grave, but you can take your soul and your spirit, right? So which one would you take more care of?
Wait,
Nah, deep in. Hold on.
well, first of all, you're always going to take more care of your soul and your spirit.
No.
Regardless.
But some people would rather take care of their cars than their spirit and their soul. Do you know what I mean? Is that people put a meaning on things that are physical rather than things that actually matter. Like, for example, in a relationship,
No, 100%.
someone wanted to give you gifts. They're thinking that, right, I'm doing everything I can for the relationship, but okay,
I
are
just
you
want you
nurturing
to
me?
flip and be emotionally supportive.
Are you nurturing? Yeah, are you
Do you know what I
nurturing?
mean?
So on and so forth. But like I said, I feel like in this day and age, the success of the relationship has kind of been molded into one. So that it's like, all right, cool. If I'm not gaining anything, not even physically, mentally, emotionally, not even mentally, emotionally, more physically, then it's kind of like, what are you actually giving to me? And I'm happy. I'm so happy I've been able to gather the experience and to come out the way I have, because a lot of people come out of life or come out of these whole things with a disdain for like the opposite sex in a relationship. Like you see with the red pill community and all of this stuff, how people are saying that women don't deserve this and that. You can't be dating baby mums. Shout out the baby mums out there, man. Stay beautiful. you can't how certain women don't deserve certain things that womenhood. And like, see, once again,
yeah, so a lot of men have that concept, women don't deserve certain things, but then so when they do something for a woman, oh my god, I did this for you, it's like, wow, it's a big thing. Like, do you know what I mean? And all you did was buy a fucking kebab. Do you know what I mean?
shout out kebabs though. Kebabs are expensive.
Do you understand?
$11.99 though.
So anyway, I just feel like
I'm just trying to
like people don't value like small things like company, like being supportive towards your career goals, towards your mental health, like
peace.
Someone actually providing a peaceful environment for you so that you feel like you can express yourself. I feel like a lot of men these days, right, that I've seen as I'm dating, they don't actually have that emotional support to be stable in. So they can do all the financial stuff, all the physical stuff, but that emotional maturity in a lot of people is not there. So where you want to communicate certain things are not being communicated, or then they are being communicated but not being
reciprocated.
No, that's not what I said. They're not being received. Reciprocate is when you're giving back to somebody. When I'm saying something to you and I'm speaking to you, you're receiving what I'm saying to you. You're digesting it. Whereas someone else that's not emotionally intelligent or even open enough, it's just going above their head. Oh, okay. But this and that though. But you didn't even hear what I said.
Yes and no. But really in charge, like someone don't care. Like
that's everyone, what I'm saying though. This I'm saying. You do not care, so therefore you're not emotionally open to care.
Oh yeah.
You get it? But you want to gain from me.
Yeah.
But that is men for you.
No.
That is men that don't want nothing. Serious. That don't give a fuck. That is men. Yeah.
True. But that's a discernment thing. I'm gonna put that down. That's a discernment thing. That's
no 100%. That's a discernment thing. But
discernment.
This is the thing though. In one hand, that's how you really are, but you're portraying a different thing. But then when the woman is acting accordingly because of how you're portraying yourself, you're gaslighting her like, oh, you know, you ain't this anyway.
That's a bit.
Do you understand what I'm saying now?
That's why women say sassy. That's a bit sassy. That using the right context.
Yeah, he definitely is sassy. Some real bitch ninja vibes.
Oh my god, men, do not allow women to speak to you.
No, but this is the thing that I would never speak to a man that I respected and I cared about and cared about me. I would never speak to them like that or in that tone of voice. But once you show me that you're about that energy,
it's deserved.
I literally had, like me, I'm very protective over my environment. Like this is my environment here, right? All of this, energy wise, mentally, all of that, yeah. Right. And so therefore, if I remove myself from the environment and then you come back into my environment to come and give me your negativity, what does that say about you?
You're just not prepared. It's just like I said, you're just not prepared. You're just not ready.
No, but it's like me blocking you.
Yeah.
And then you come out of your way on a burner account to come and tell me how you feel.
Yeah, the person's not ready. It's like
not ready for what?
To be committed to a person because
not like how you feel about me like that, but you're okay. Just
yeah, that's kind of sassy.
Do you understand? That's very sassy,
that's a bit
isn't
wild.
it?
That's a bit
but
wild.
You know.
But then, like I said before, actually, that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different podcast. That's a whole different podcast. But once again.
But I don't care. Just like as long as you can be in an environment that gives peace and you're giving peace, like, and you guys can grow. Like, friendship wise, like we're growing, right? We've got a podcast together. We talk productively about stuff.
100.
Like, do you know what I mean? I can speak to you about things, and I don't feel like you're judging me. And even if it's a thing where I'm not in the best place, even if it's a thing where I'm not in the best place yet, I can still have an open conversation with you and feel like, do you know what? I'm being well supported mentally and emotionally, right, towards my personal goals. And that's a friendship. Do you understand?
100.
Whereas people don't even value people to even give them friendship.
It's a cold world we live in, but that's why having conversations like this, just to open people's eyes, to show them that, you know what, although with everything that's going on and everything that's being propagated right now, there are still people who are people. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's out here acting or trying to gain something from someone.
Yeah.
It's like people are generally out here to just be people, which is just to coexist and to live life and to just, achieve and, find happiness. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life to the point where you have that maximum enjoyment, which is, in my opinion, is the only thing that matters in life. Because once everyone has maximum enjoyment, there's no worry in the world. I mean, Christmas and New Year's, what happens? Nothing really. Everyone is enjoying life. You can watch the news on Christmas and New Year's. The world is generally always peaceful on those 2 days, and that's why.
No, it's not. It's not.
Generally,
it's not.
Generally,
it's peaceful in your environment. Like that is
okay.
That's the most rate for suicide for Christmas and New Year's. Like people feel
but those
alone.
are for people that are there. That's what I mean. But those are people who don't have those structures. But when I'm speaking about people who enjoy it, it's people that have those structures where they have people that genuinely care about them, people that they know that they can be themselves around and not be judged by them, people that want the best for you, and not because they know that they're going to be able to reap from that, but because they know that you're going to reap from that, which is the only thing that matters in this life. If you can find people with those 3 things in their heart for you, the other 2 can be anything. And I guarantee you and that person will always have a good relationship, and you'll never have to worry about what that person has in store for you, because you know it's always going to be the best. It's always going to be the best. But before we do finish up, I just finished reading the book. It's called 12 Rules to Life by Jordan Peterson, clinical psychologist. I feel like with these 12 steps, anyone can start taking the steps towards having a peaceful life, to be honest, or a successful life. Because, like I said,
do you think your life is successful right now?
Nah, because I had to start again.
Okay.
Nah, because I had to start again. I feel actually, yeah, because even though I didn't have to start again, like I had to put myself in a different position, because I realized that I could be happier elsewhere. But the fact that I'm able to do that and still be comfortable, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people are stuck in that environment, and I can't be anything but grateful for it. So yeah, I am successful. I've been successful to the point where I figured out what I want to do in life, and I know the direction I'm going. Now it's a case of chasing it full on. Don't let nothing stop you. Bullet train, literally, just keep on going and just keep on riding it. How about you? Pause. No Diddy. Yeah, I said keep on riding it. That's a why for that.
I think definitely. I feel like I'm successful, but I feel like I don't sit in that success for long. I feel like there's still things to achieve. Like, for example, like, yes, but like not like 100%, if that makes sense. So for me to get to that 100%, like kind of feeling, right, I know there's still work to be done, but right now I'm in a place of success right now for me, because mentally I'm great. Like by myself, I'm happy. Like, do you know what I mean? With or without relationship, I actually don't care. Like I'm quite happy on my own. Like in terms of just pursuing, like what it means just to be someone that loves themselves and like just that focuses on what they want to do for themselves and meet those goals. So I meet my goals and I'm happy in that, and I find success in that. So I think for me it's just about gaining success to a certain level that is of satisfactory, which is not there yet, but I'm definitely on that journey. So I'm happy with that.
That's perfect. And before we end up, I'll go through it. So the list, for anyone who wants to know, the book is called 12 Rules to Life, Jordan Peterson, clinical psychologist. First rule is stand up straight. I know it sounds hella generic, but a lot of people don't realize that your posture really does show the position that you're in life and how your mental is. Standing up straight, shoulders back straight, that's important. Number one, you get to look people in the eye, people see the confidence in you, and it allows you to portray yourself.
Confidence is key. People will play with you if they feel like you're not confident or you're insecure in some type of way. I don't know.
However, confidence isn't ignorance either. There's a balance. Most definitely. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for. So, for example, if you imagine you were taking care of yourself as a child, treat yourself exactly that way, and I guarantee your life will be a lot different. People might think that's very simple, but when you were younger, what did your parents used to say? Clean your room. The leading causes of depression, or the leading factors of depression, are untidy, unkept environments, which then contributes to your mental state. See, just take care of yourself like you would someone you're responsible for. Number 3, make friends with people who want the best for you. Now, wanting the best for you is not allowing you to do all your nonsense. Sometimes your people got to pull you up on your bullshit. You know what I mean? Excuse my French, but it's just one of those things that you have to be able to have people around you that can G-check you and say, listen, my bro, you're moving mad, pattern up.
Yeah, facts.
Compare yourself to where you were yesterday, not where someone else is. We've been through that. Your life is your life. Someone else can only see what you're doing. They'll never be able to live it. Even if they were to put on your shoes, it will never be the same because their perception is theirs. Do not allow anyone around you to do something that will make you dislike them. So, there you go, plain and simple. This is a ladies one as well. Sometimes, if you don't want to be in that friendship group, keep a step and man them as well. If you've got something to say to someone, or if you don't want to be in the same environment as someone, you don't need to be there. Especially for these youngers out here thinking that they need to be in certain environments. If it's not benefiting you, keep it moving. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. This is where, and this one confused me at first, but then I realized there's this old saying, everyone knows this: be the change you want to see in the world. That's the best way for me to put it. It means the exact same thing. If you decide to treat people a certain way, then those people will benefit from that. Then they might take something from that and then treat other people the same, so on and so forth. Domino effect. Pursue what is meaningful. Don't just be out here just doing things for the sake of doing it, or just because you can. Those kind of things can just put you in situations where you don't want to be. Speaking from experience, just try your best to take the path that you believe is not only most beneficial to you, but it's going to mean the most to you. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Thin line, but a balance. Sometimes, even though you may not want to, I guess, disclose something, the best thing to do sometimes is just not to say anything. Assume the person you're listening to might know something you don't. You can learn something from anyone in life.
That's
from
true
the homeless
as well.
man, from the homeless man to the president. Someone can teach you. We saw what happened with Trump and Harris. Be precise in your speech. Goes back to the stand-up straight thing. When you're speaking and when you're expressing yourself, make sure that you're there. You go. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, you're ad-libbing.
Yeah.
You are ad-libbing. Make sure that your speech and everything that you say is precise and concise, so people not only understand you, but people then want to listen to what you have to say, because words are more important than people think. It sticks with people. So
words are so important, and especially how you speak. Obviously, we already know, like, obviously, we believe this. I don't know if you guys believe this. Obviously, life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? So therefore, constantly speak life over yourself. Like, even if you feel lower than low, speak life over yourself, over your situation, over everything that you want to see prosper in your life, and keep that pushing. Obviously, you're going to have people try to speak negativity to you, but because you're filled up with so much positivity that you feed yourself, that it won't even matter. And I think that is just a major key factor that I feel like has been a good strength for me, because especially as you're growing in these environments, keep your mental positive, affirm yourself positively, give yourself that respect that you deserve through the journey, throughout the stage. Obviously, it will be tough through trials and tribulations, but give yourself that grace to say, do you know what, I've actually overcome X, Y, and Z, and now I'm moving on to this. So therefore, I've filled myself with this positiveness, or this good energy, and I've got the momentum I need type shit. So therefore, anyone that's trying to feed you negatively is just a distraction from the enemy to try and pause you and what you got going on. So yeah, all of that. Stay focused on your positivity and your energy and your input and what you're going to put in for you.
And last but not least, take every opportunity. Oh wait, not the last one. Take every opportunity to be kind without expecting anything. Main rule. And last but not least, enjoy life, people. All right. In this life, the life is yours.
You have to enjoy it. It's too short. You have to enjoy it. So don't be like, if you got a dream, pursue it. Don't be caught up in a job that you hate, and then you could literally die tomorrow, and they're just gonna replace you with somebody else. So, end of the day, do what you got to do to put your stamp on this world to make sure that it's evident that you was here.
I mean, and it can be in a small or big way, my people. It's been your host, Creative MDS. Thank you for watching.
Big Rose official. That's what's up.
Don't forget to smile, people. Tell someone you love them. Peace. That was lit. That was a good episode. That was a very good episode.
Period.
At the end. You say pretty good.